Hi, everybody. It's Dan Weinberger here, CEO of Morpheus.Network, here with another exciting video for you guys. I love to do these videos. I do them solo sometimes, but most of the time I like to bring on somebody with us. And today I have a very special person talking to us. He's been a partner of ours for years now. John Trask, CEO and founder of Dimitra. John, how are you doing today, sir?
I am doing fantastic. Thanks, Dan.
Fantastic. Great to hear that. Always great to catch up with John. As John knows, with Morpheus, we always have a ton of things going on. Same with Dimitra as well. So John, to start off, I was just going to ask you, what's new with Dimitra? What do you guys have going on in the pipeline right now? And what did you recently release, just to lead you into that?
We've released two of our applications as part of our platform. So the Dimitra Livestock Guru platform actually got released about 60 days ago. It is up and running now, working on genetics, genomics, production, feed management, and health management for cattle, mainly in the first application. So now we're in a national rollout in Africa with that platform, and that contract will last a number of years. So we'll continue to add loads and loads of cattle to the system, so that the genetic scientists can perform analysis and improve the health of the herd. And then secondarily, the first week of April, we launched our Dimitra Connected Farmer platform, went live in India, and that's got loads and loads of functionality. We're doing quarterly updates or quarterly releases this year on Connected Farmer, and have just a ton of projects where we're working with this. How about you, Dan? What do you have going on?
You know what? We have a ton of different projects going on as well. I wanted to touch a little bit about those platforms that you just released as well, specifically for the smallholder farmers. You mentioned some projects going on with some national governments. Very excited that myself and Morpheus, along with John and Dimitra, we partnered up working with the government of Uganda. Very exciting. This is an agriculture input traceability system. It's just such a perfect collaboration between our two projects, being as those smallholder farmer platforms that Dimitra's developed, along with our middleware being able to push and pull the data as required. And then, as John mentioned as well, it goes even beyond just streamlining the data, digitizing documents, pushing ahead automated workflows, but actually taking that data, using machine learning centers beyond that, and really optimizing the supply chains on a national level in Uganda. Super exciting. Obviously, when it comes to IoT and different real-time visibility that we can provide, we have a ton of different IoT partners as well. I know, John, we even discussed doing some manufacturing down in Uganda, down in Africa itself for these devices. But super exciting. John, can you speak a little bit about the Uganda project as well, please?
Yeah, so we signed the contract recently, and looking forward to our start date. Essentially, the project itself starts with onboarding the national government and many of their members of the agricultural ministry, as well as their IT administration. Our partner in Uganda is Lois Technologies, and Lois will be doing all the on-the-ground work. They'll be handling training and admin and basic support on the system. And then what you mentioned is it's a agricultural input system. So part of the goal is really around how does Uganda manage the inputs, the seed, the fertilizer, the phytosanitary measures associated with the crops. And we're focused initially on just a handful of crops: coffee, tea, cassava, cotton, and maize. So those are 5 big crops that play a huge role in the economy of Uganda. So we'll be measuring, what are the seed sources? How do those seeds perform on the farm? How do we educate farmers to be more successful in planting those seeds? And then how do we move them to market, or how do we move them to export after the crop is produced? So loads and loads of functionality. It's a beautiful collaboration between Dimitra, really focused on the farmer, and Morpheus really focused on that supply chain. So we will be doing an integration of Morpheus right into the application. So farmers will be able to kick off a shipment within the Dimitra app on the Morpheus platform. And then it can move along. The government will be able to access all of that data, analyze where they're doing well with their programs, and really get out there and educate the farmers and try to help them improve their productivity using the data and the analysis that we're producing.
Really amazing, John. What's also exciting about that, obviously there's a lot of projects that we're working on that have some overlap technology, which is great. We're battle testing the tech with other companies, other governments as well. Something that you don't even know about until right now, that I had a meeting earlier this week with another company that's working with 30,000 farms in another African nation for another product that you didn't mention, or you mentioned the cassava and coffee and a couple different products. So it's a different product to trace for 30,000 farmers in an African nation. I'll have more information for you, John, and more information for everybody else on that shortly. Super exciting that we're getting so much reaction on the national level for different countries when it comes to agriculture traceability, which is great. One thing that I want to talk about, which, obviously we're optimizing these supply chains, we're pushing and pulling the data, creating these workflows that push ahead all these different products, which is fantastic. But beyond that, using a blockchain on the back end of it, and what we have, developing right now is this trust layer with our masternode program. Really excited about that. It's a decentralized system of nodes. All the data that's passed through this decentralized system basically can be trusted, giving that green trusted check mark to all the data we're putting through it. I wanted to mention that we're going through all the different user interfaces. It's looking amazing. Going through the tech itself is absolutely phenomenal as well. Really going to revolutionize what it means to decentralize supply chains around the world, allowing companies, whether it's through Morpheus or any sort of API connection, to take advantage of the decentralized trust layer. Really exciting on that. And we're connecting that directly into our partnership with Marsh Insurance. It is the world's largest insurance broker. We have a partnership with them. They're also a client of ours. They're developing a module. I should say, actually, the module has been developed. It actually allows for one-click insurance for trucking. Right now, it's actually quite a pain to actually retrieve insurance if you have damage on a transport load, to get all the data together and then push ahead an insurance claim. It takes a lot of work. So what we're doing actually is pulling in all that data right from the setup of the shipment itself and creating these certificates with one click, and allowing the insurance, given any damage to happen in an automated, obviously expedited fashion as well. Super amazing collaboration with Marsh Insurance. We're super proud to be working with them as well. John, any new partners you want to mention as well, any new projects?
Oh, we've got so many new projects that we've landed just in the last quarter, and we're pretty excited about those. We've recently landed a big project in Indonesia for coffee, exporting coffee to North America, and tracking that coffee right from inception, from planting through all of the processing operations on the farms in Indonesia and through the drying operation. And then landed deals in Egypt, Colombia, Bolivia, India, Papua New Guinea, Brazil, and many, many more countries on the way. So many amazing projects happening in the company. And beyond that, we've got some great work going on. We've got a plan that we're working on and we'll be releasing soon, related to data analysis and opening a subset of data in partnership with Ocean. So Ocean and Dimitra will be sponsoring a data contest where we'll do analysis and we'll open our data to the world's data analysts and data scientists, and hope that they can pull additional great insight out of the data and come up with ways to solve some of the world's farming problems. So this data set will have a bunch of satellite data in it and ground source data, and be interesting to see what comes out of that. And participants can win some Dimitra tokens and Ocean tokens as part of the contest.
Amazing. Very cool offering, John. And I love you mentioning all these different countries, these projects in different countries, but also now that we're able, that COVID is somewhat of a thing of the past and travel's opened up again. Our team is on the road again. We're traveling again. We're going to conferences. As I speak right now, it's the second week of May. Carl McDermott's in Dubai right now, finishing off a contract with Gulf Tainer. We're actually traveling end of this month to Saskatchewan as well, meeting up with the FCL team. FCL being our client as well. They're obviously one of the largest food suppliers in all of Canada. We won an award along with FCL in 2021, the PTAC Prize for Supply Chain Excellence. So they're doing a presentation of the awards to ourselves and FCL when we're down in Saskatchewan. On top of, obviously, we're working on this massive implementation, this whole track and trace system, farm to fork, that everyone's super excited about as well. We did an event with FCL, actually. It was the Canadian Supply Chain Blockchain Association event. It was a webinar. It's great that myself and John, we could talk about these different projects and implementations. But when we have one of our clients, singing our praises, it doesn't get better than that, obviously. Having a $10 billion revenue company saying how we're, helping them on a daily basis is just amazing. So looking forward to having, more webinars with our clients. We had a great webinar in an ATBA event as well. That's a European-based sustainability event, all about the environment. We had a speaker from the UN. We had a speaker from Fujitsu as well. Really exciting stuff. And we're going to be traveling the rest of the year. We're going to Consensus in Austin, Texas. John, I hope you're going to be there as well. No pressure, but it should be amazing this year. And we look forward to, obviously a ton of different releases that we have from a technology standpoint. Anything else that you wanted to let the community know about, John, that Dimitra is having the next couple months, I guess you could say, besides that great contest you guys have?
Well, I think for those of you that are interested in blockchain, I'll put in a plug for the Government Blockchain Association. They're running their event next week in Washington, D.C. So I'm down there. I'll be speaking at the event. And then we've also got some speaking arrangements set up with different members of Congress and senators and a number of world governments at that conference. So it'll be exciting to interact with those people. Secretly, we got an exchange listing coming up in the next week or two. So we're waiting for that announcement. As you know, exchange listings are always announced by the exchange first. So we're excited to see that coming.
That is exciting, John. And we're working on a bunch of different things as well, related to that as well. But once again, like you said, it's anything like that is a secret until it's released. So very exciting. And I can say this, I know this from the ground level, that the team at Dimitra, they're amazing to work with. We've been working with the marketing team recently as well. Our marketing team has been so happy to work with the Dimitra team. It's honestly like a big family. The two different companies working hand in hand. I can't thank you enough, John, for opening up your team to work with our team as well. And as always, John, it's great talking with you. Any final words you wanted to say to the Morpheus community and to the Dimitra community as well?
Dan, it's always been fun working with you. I think it's been probably at least 3 years now we've been working together on different supply chain initiatives, and it's always exciting working with different clients and understanding their needs and seeing how we can collaborate to deal with those. So I always appreciate working with the team, yourself and Noam and Carl and many of the others on the team that we get to meet with. And I think it's really going to be exciting to see this integration between Dimitra and Morpheus and see how that works out. I think that can create a lot of opportunity to have a very robust supply chain operation with a very robust agricultural solution, and that'll provide benefit to many, many potential customers.
100%. I think this is only going to drive adoption for both the projects. It's going to help ourselves sort of grow in parallel together. Super exciting. And the thing about it is that we've accomplished a lot already. People look at our roadmaps in the future and in the past as well, what we've done. And we're still at the beginning of the line, right? We still have so much to grow. The industry itself, digitalization and supply chain is just starting out, and we're right at the right time, the right places, the right technology. So John, I'm so excited for the adoption as time goes on. Excited to doing it along with you and the Dimitra team. So anybody else, have any questions for myself and John, anything we didn't cover today? Because we are working on a ton of different things. And if some of you are like, oh, you didn't cover this topic or that topic, reach out to us. We do write back to everybody. So feel free to find us on Telegram, or once again, reach out to John directly, reach out to me directly. And as always, everybody, have a great day.
Thanks, guys. Take care.